You want to turn this into this? Stick around.
Yep.
So we're gonna cut this off and get a clean edge here. And then we're gonna make it, this is no measuring, we're just putting the box together.
Mm-hmm.
Just cut a random piece off about, I don't know, quarter of an inch or so. There's absolutely no right, no wrong. We're just about the thickness, so 5/8. This will be our measuring stick. And when I say cut it, the thickness is, you know, the thickness this way, not the thickness this way, because sometimes this can be thinner. So I'll just try to get a stop block here. This is the distance. This is our measuring stick now. So we got our stop block. Now we're gonna cut how many sides? 4 sides to a box. Let's get that done. You blew my breaker. Actually, I think that thing's going bad. So the reason for this stop block is to make sure we have exactly the same size. Or
Mi montaña.
I don't know how to say that. Whatever. Now we need to use our measuring stick one more time. And we're going to put it there. And we're going to shorten, actually, the distance of the board. After you cut your 4 side pieces for your thing, your box, you take your piece and you cut the distance, the width of the thickness of the board. You turn it sideways and you cut that off, and that gives you your bottom. You know, this video came from a guy on YouTube. I forget his name. I'll put it in the description. But it's a really good method, but I'm going to change it a little bit. And I've made tons of these boxes, and they sell. So, I like to just hold this here because it kind of marks my thing, and then this is going to be how much longer I'm going to make it. Cut 2 for our legs and 1 for our trim piece. So now we have 3 of the the same size. These are our trim pieces that go around. And so now we're at the table saw. I have my bottom piece and my 2 legs and my trim piece. We're going to cut it down to, this is roughly 1.25 inches each. Always, I'll do it without the dust collection on. Always make sure your blade, come in and show them right here. Always make sure your blade gullets, the groove part here, is just below the top of the wood, and that allows it to clean out the wood as it's cutting. I'm gonna make these cuts with the shop vac off. So now that we got our gullets are all this adjusted, this is not the way I normally do it. I normally have my ISO tunes muffs on, but we're gonna cut it really quick and get it down. So I'm going to take 4 of the legs and I'm going to cut the thickness off right here. So it'll be, the guy in the video makes really cool boxes. They're really fast to build. They're great boxes. They're strong. They're just as strong as these. But I didn't like one leg being wider than the other. It was kind of bothering me. So I got this adjusted. Let's get it cut and we should be just fine. We got all of our side walls cut. You just saw me cut these down on the table saw. And the reason I'm cutting these down is because I don't like to have, so on one side you'll have a leg that long, and then on the other side you'll have a leg that long. And the distance is kind of crazy. I mean, it's faster, I get it, but I'll have a leg that long on one side, and then it'll be the same width just about on the other side. See? And it's just, to me, it's a little bit more appealing. There's no right or wrong when it comes to this. It's just a preference. So, but what I like to do is I like to go in and screw my, or not glue, glue my pieces in like this, and put a couple brad nails in, and I'll do that right now. So we got to get 4 of these, and yeah, I just apply a liberal amount of glue. The glue is mainly what's gonna, oh, gotta open it first. The glue is mainly what's gonna hold it for sure. And then little too much glue, but you know, hey. Nail gun. I just take a wet rag. I'm all out of shop towels right now, so this was a customer gave me these before, so I build these legs, and it makes everything go together so much faster. I've never built these boxes this way, so it's the first time you're seeing them built this way. So we'll see. Don't mind if it squeezes in, but try not to get the squeeze out. It's all right. And I'm only putting 2 staples in because, or 2 brads. These are not crown staples. Try to stay away from the ends, and it will help some, but not all. I'm not the best at all of this stuff, but I have sold quite a lot of boxes, and a lot of people like these. I'll link a video to this box here, and it's the one with the legs. That's the ones I have been selling. This is a really good customer that ordered these today. So we're putting them together. Same day service. Is it ready? So we're building 3 of these in 1 basket. The basket will be a separate video. These are 7/8 inch brad nails. I usually order them on Amazon. That's where I find the best deal. But tip of the day, if you're using a brad nailer, the nails can go this way or that way most of the time. They don't usually go this way or that way. So if you're nailing into something, you kind of want to be nailing in to where this way and this way doesn't have any effect or gonna damage anything, because they do tend to guide off that way, and that is kind of what holds them together, really. So that's the tip of the day. And you don't have to have the Milwaukee one. I have an Air one right there that I use. I've used for many years. But once you got 2 people in here and you're running nail guns, I don't have a lot of electric in the shop, so this is what's convenient. So here we are. We got our back walls done. We're gonna put some glue in, nail these bad boys in. So here we are. We're gonna. I like the 4 pieces down. I ran into an issue that I just thought about. So we're just gonna have to see how that works out. But and you could put this together in the market, but I don't think it's all that necessary. You're only gonna get so much glue everywhere. Well, I like to do it this way. Now, lining up this top corner right here is important, and then you nail them in. So this is, I guess, what you would call side A. And and then we'll put together another side A. Side A is the long side down, so we got our cut sides on the same, and we can you can look down on them and see about how long your piece is, and you don't want to go all the way to the end really, but you can adjust it however you need. You can turn it around however makes it more comfortable, because I'm right-handed. It's really whatever works for you. So the problem that I ran into off camera is trying to, so when I put these together, I'm not gonna have a lip to mount this in like I normally would. And that's okay. This is all about learning and trying to figure it all out. But I think we're gonna have the same size by doing it this way. But let's figure that out right now, because I may be wrong. I may have to, I think I am wrong, but let's find out. So we have from inside leg to inside leg, 6 and about 6 3/4, 6 and 5/8. What, you know, because it's not, there's nothing there. But what is it here? 5 1/2. So pause it. Side B. All right. So this is the problem. I'll be an oval if I did it this way. And to me, it just wouldn't look as good. It would be fine, but I just don't think it would look as good. We're going to take these pieces that we cut out of the table saw for these legs, and we're going to put them on the inside to give us a nailer. Bing, bing, bing. And then it'll be on there, but kind of on the inside of here. But we're not measuring really anything here. I use the tape measure just to make you know, just the thickness of the wood that I'm using. So I'm gonna 5/8 and 5/8. We're gonna stack it up. It's roughly 5/8, and we're gonna stack it up, and that's how much we're gonna cut off on the table saw. Oh, so here we're going to take off, you know, the width. We're not using any measurements because who likes to do that? And I'm going to run 2 of my side B's through this. Again, I'm doing this without the dust collection so you can hear me. In order for us to get a perfect square, I cut the pieces that I cut off the legs earlier, and we're going to have to transfer them to the inside because I don't have any nailers here. Like I said, the way he built them is fantastic. They're fast. These aren't all that bad. It's literally, that's what I'm, you know, what I'm doing. I'll take this piece because this is our upper. I'll put it in. I'll put my glue down the side on the inside, and I will just put my nailers in. It's not that big of a deal, and I can always pop this out. And you could, I'm already here, so why not? Pop this in, line it up. I think this is going to be stronger, but again, this is not always about. So I'm just putting a couple brad nails in just to hold it. I'm just throwing it together while I'm already in the process of. There's really no measurements on this thing. Well, I sanded some of it, and this is how it turns out, I guess. But like I said, we can just throw some glue on in there. Pop this thing on. I like to get it flush with the bottom. Pop that out of there. We'll put a couple. Does it take up interior room? Yeah, it does. Is it significant? Nope. People are just putting small plants in here. By doing this, we're gonna get a square box. And I'm just setting it here so I can get my alignments pretty much for this. These are the same size, they're square. And I'm lining them up with the bottom, the inside of the box. Roll her over. Again. Roll over. And these you could put one in at a time. Get your tops lined up. That's random nail right there. Messed it up. But that's okay. One little. Got these are Yodeker Odeker pliers. These came from a job I used to do many years ago. These work on soda machine fittings and stuff, but you could use dikes or whatever you got on hand to pull those screws out. Like I said, these aren't show boxes or anything. They're just, to me, the outer leg kind of does it for me. And really, I could probably just leave it like that. And it would be fine. This one didn't quite line up the greatest. So we'll get her in there. But this is how it looks with no top on it. And this is it just, to me, it looks a little better than having a wide one here and a little bitty one here, you know, because it would stack up a little bit different. But these are what we have for our top pieces. And it's really easy to do the tops. We'll jump over on the miter saw and we'll chop them out. We're gonna cut our 45s on the miter saw, all 4 pieces on one end, and then I measure as I go. What I do is I line it up with the outside corner. I come over here, and then you can see here, and then I just kind of give it a mark on both the top and the bottom, and we'll go right back over here to the saw, and I will back over here and see if we can put the top trim on. I sanded one side of it off camera just a little bit, but these all should be very close. So that's really all there is to this. I'm gonna go ahead and put my glue on all the way around. And almost gotta put the good. We'll do this. It doesn't take very much glue, for sure. Be careful when you nail around knots. They can do some crazy stuff. And no matter what people say, always wear your safety squints. And that's how you build the box. So this, threw us for a loop. But the good thing about working with wood is you can make many mistakes. I'm not very good at math. I didn't plan it out. This is all live on camera, and this is what you can end up with. This I sell for $15 a piece. I've sold many of them. And a lot of times I can't keep up with it. And it's just so busy in the flower season right now. But these make great boxes. Well, I forgot. I have to put a bottom in it. That's a pretty important part, I would think, to put a bottom in it. So here you got your bottom pieces. These are all leftovers. I'll put in 2 bottom pieces right here. What I'll do is hold it in there, and then I'll just mark the sides here. And then I'll cut that off. I'll probably cut these off all at one time, just so I can get it done. Let's jump over here to this miter saw. None of these tools are fancy tools. You don't need all those fancy tools. I can barely read a tape measure, and I've made hundreds of projects. Back over here and put them together. I'll just put them on this side, and see, I just marked it, and that's all there is to it. Said that glue will surely hold it. There's no right way or wrong way as long as you get some of it on there. I have a wet rag here. This is all Type Bond 3. It's the only thing I buy. Type Bond 2 and Type Bond 3 is the same price, so give me a reason not to use Type Bond 3. I dare you. Type Bond 2 is not food grade. Type Bond 3 is food grade, one is more water resistant than the other, which is the reason I use the Type Bond 3. This is my version of the box. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this, and we'll see you next time.